Does it cost you any money to be signed to a modeling agency? In short, yes. But some of those fees are more direct and like built into your contract. And some of those are maybe a little bit more indirect that you probably aren't thinking about. Stick around and let me show you what those fees might be. Welcome to Book It. My name is Will McNeil. I am a photographer based here in sunny Los Angeles. I was also hired and worked at a talent agency for a few years. And this channel is really here to bring information freely and readily available to you as models and talent to help you book more work, land more jobs, make more money, and learn things and not do it the hard way. So let's talk about the direct fees associated with modeling. The most common fee that every agency is going to have for you as a model and as a talent is going to be your talent commission. I already made a video about this. It's called Are Your Agents Stealing From You? It basically details everything you need to know about talent commissions and agency fees. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But basically the talent commission is your fee associated with your agents booking you work. So for every job you book, your agency is going to take a talent commission of 20%. Sometimes it's 10%, but industry standard for print is 20%. This is performance-based payment. This is actually good because your agencies only get paid if you make money. So that's good. They're more incentivized to want to book you on work because they make money when you make money. Talent commission is the only fee that every agency is going to have for you. There is not a single agency in the world that doesn't have a talent commission. So that one you can bank on. Every agency, you know exactly how it's going to be. There are, however, some other fees that are acceptable, but not every agency has them. And they might be called different things or named different things, but they're usually administrative, like a website fee. And now a website fee is just an annual fee that they charge to operate your portfolio on their website. Just administrative nonsense, maybe a couple $100 a year, something like that. And then there's the comp card fee. The comp card fee, as simple as it is, it's just them paying to print your comp cards so that you have them, drop by the office, or maybe they'll mail them to you. But that way your comp card looks professional. It looks just like every other model on their roster. And you don't have to go to FedEx and print it yourself. Again, these are common fees, but not every agency has them. So if an agency is going to have them, they'll be laid out in your contract with them. So read your contract thoroughly and understand which agencies have which fees, and you know exactly what it is that you're signing up for. Okay, now let's talk about indirect fees. Now, these are fees that are not contractually required by you for being represented with that agency, but they kind of are if you're going to be serious about modeling and working in this industry. It's kind of like, are you willing to do all of the homework, do all of the things necessary in order to be good? That's what indirect fees kind of look like. These are things that your agencies are going to need from you in order to work with you and get you booked on jobs. You technically don't have to do them, but you're handicapping your agency if you don't have them. So let me run through what those might look like. Test shoots, getting images. Now, you could always do free test shoots and getting images for free with friends or with photographers who may just want to trade with you. But if you're not getting the images that your agency needs in order to properly push you for the types of jobs that you need, then that's going to be kind of an issue. So they might highly suggest that you go test with some of their preferred photographers so that you can get the lifestyle images that they need, the fashion images, the fitness, the beauty, so that they can market you effectively. And while it may be perceived that getting test shoots is an agency's responsibility for being your representation, that's a myth. They don't pay for your test shoots. You pay for your test shoots. You pay for your own images. You are your own boss technically, and your agency works for you. So you pay for your own test shoots. Casting profiles. You're going to need to have casting profiles for your agency to submit you for lots and lots of work. Work shows up on casting profiles, so you need to have an account on there. Now, there is a free account. You could have a free account on, say, Casting Networks, but they only allow you to have like one picture. You could fill it out with your name, your information, your measurements, but one picture is not going to get you super far. You want to be able to market yourself to these casting directors because that's where they look at you on those casting profiles. They don't look at you on the profiles that your agency has, your portfolios on your agency website. They look at you on the casting profiles. So it would behoove you to pay for the premium subscription for these casting profiles so you could add more pictures, be more diverse, upload videos, upload your slate, your skill clips if you play sports and do activities. These are the types of things that make an agency's life much, much easier because they have more to submit you with and better possibilities of getting you auditions, callbacks, and jobs. Digitals. Now, there's a high possibility that your agency has it set up where they'll take your digitals in their office. If they do, great. But if they don't and they require you to take your own digitals, then you have two options. You can take them yourself with your phone in your house on a blank wall in your bedroom with pretty good light. You could do that. Or you could step it up and you could level up your game by paying a photographer to take really good digitals of you. Usually these would cost anywhere between $50 and $150 because digitals are unretouched images. They shouldn't cost a lot because they don't require a lot of work on the photographer's side. So don't overpay for digitals, but also get good digitals maybe every 6 months, every year. Or if you ever do any drastic changes to your look, like if you chop off your hair, if you dye your hair, if you get a lot of tattoos or anything like that, that changes your look, you'll need to update your digitals. Workshops and classes. Now, if you're just a print model, this probably doesn't apply to you as much. Like, you don't need to take classes on how to pose and how to model, in my opinion. Just learn by experience. Get in front of the camera as often as you can. Learn by working with different photographers, by getting more comfortable in front of the camera. Maybe pose in front of a mirror at home so that you could figure out your good angles and your good sides. Workshops and classes are really important for runway models, learning how to walk. Really important for commercial actors, for figuring out how to audition really well, how to do improv, both entry level and more expert level classes can level up your game so that you could get better at booking jobs. Transport and self-care. This is kind of a weird one, but I've noticed this a lot with models who don't live in LA but visit LA, is that they have to get themselves to auditions all across the city. And if they don't have a car here, it can be really expensive to use rideshare. It can also be really time consuming to try and use public transit. So that's something to really consider when you're thinking about entering this industry is, do you have the ability to get yourself to Culver City for an audition and then cut right back over to downtown LA for another audition? Maybe you have a callback after that in North Hollywood. Driving all around town, that could be hundreds of dollars a day if you're trying to Uber or Lyft. And if you're trying to do public transit, it's plausible, but it's going to take a really long time. So that's something you have to consider, because not being able to make it to auditions or telling your agent, hey, I can't afford to go to that audition, is not really an option. You show up if you want to try and get jobs. If you don't show up, you don't get jobs. And then self-care, paying for makeup, paying for grooming and getting haircuts, skincare routines, all that stuff, because at the end of the day, your face and your body is your market. That is what you're marketing. So you have to take care of it and have it be in the best shape it can be. And then clothing and self-tapes. You're going to have to pay for casting outfits, a good pair of boots or heels, jeans, simple tank tops and bodysuits, and t-shirts. You're going to need a lot of different clothes for test shoots so that you have a really good versatile portfolio that doesn't all look like you wear the same old ratty clothes that you've had for 5-10 years. There's a lot of ways to get around that. You can thrift. You can buy and return from places that have really lenient return policies. You can do a lot with a little amount of clothes, but at the end of the day, you need to have clothes for every day for your auditions, and you need to have clothes for your test shoots. If your portfolio looks like you wear the same clothes day in and day out, it's going to be really hard to have a really diverse looking portfolio. And you're not always going to have a stylist to style you for every shoot. So you kind of have to rely on yourself there. For self-tapes and auditioning at home, you might need to get a tripod. You need to have, a phone that you can record with, a phone holder. Maybe you want to get a backdrop. There's a lot of things that you can do for yourself to try and level up your auditions. And the better you do it, the more professional it looks, the better chance you have at booking jobs. But I want to make one thing clear. No agency can force you to spend money on things outside of your contract. But they recommend all these things because they are proven to help you get booked on jobs. And that's their goal at the end of the day, is to help you get booked on jobs. It's understood that not everybody has the economic flexibility to do all these things, especially not all at the same time. But do your best and just be open with your agency, because if they see that you're trying and you're getting what you can, and they understand that you can't maybe afford a test shoot here or do something there, maybe they have a connection where they could help you out. Maybe they can help front you a little bit in the beginning and you can pay it back later. It's all in the essence of trying to get you booked on jobs so that you can get the ball rolling, make some money so that then maybe you can reinvest that into more stuff in the future. Just remember that you and your agents are on the same team. Your goal at the end of the day is to book jobs, because that's where they make the most money. That's where you can get yourself to a point of ideally being a full-time model. The more full-time you are, the more jobs you can book, the more money they make. So do your best and let them see that you are doing your best so that they want to help you out at the same time at every chance that they can. So there it is. That's fees, both direct and indirect. These are things that you can look out for as a model and someone in the industry. Be prepared, because you want to have all the information before you get started so that you're not blindsided. You don't want to get signed and then be overwhelmed by the amount that people are asking you, how much test shoots can cost, how much it's going to be annually to subscribe to these different platforms. So hopefully you can prepare, budget, at least have your eyes open so that when you get there, you're ready, you can do your best, you can kick butt, and then hopefully make money so that you can spend that money back on your career to help you make even more money. This is Book It. We hope this was helpful. I hope you come back, you subscribe, and this helps you get more work, because that's what we want to do. We want to open the eyes of the industry, of the people in the industry, so that you're not having to learn things the hard way. Good luck out there, and I'll catch you next time.